Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the brand new GOAT Festival that drops today and whether or not any of this stuff is actually we're trying to get. Looking at the new players that are available, not just the GOAT players, but the other players and all that type of stuff, and just looking forward to seeing what we are able to do. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber marker on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it and let's see. So for today, we got obviously 8 new GOAT exchange players, just like last week. 8 new GOAT festival players, I should say. And there are some really good ones for sure. Like, there's no doubt about it that there are some solid cards, but at the same time, they're just not attainable. Like, Taco and Miroslav are 2 of the best cards in the game, but they're both 60 pieces. Ben Simmons is 30. He's also pretty darn expensive and pretty darn hard to get. Very good card, but whatever. Danny Ferry, same story realistically. I mean, look, they're 25 pieces is still a lot of pieces to get. Yeah, he's a great card, but I don't know. Danny Granger's 20. It's a little more reasonable, still a lot. Artest and JR are 15. They are grindable-ish. And then Steve Francis is 10. He's pretty grindable, but he's also not very good. The part that I do like about the GOAT Festival, we'll start with the good, I guess, is the invincible for this week is Klay Thompson. Now, I literally bought Klay Thompson yesterday on my attainables lineup, which I regret now because I'm going to lose a bunch of MT on him selling him back. But being able to get this card for free is awesome. He is really, really good. Cam Thomas-based Sexton Upper is one of the better jumpers in all of my team. He is an extremely fun scorer with really solid SIGs. Doesn't have Francis, doesn't have the best crossover, but overall, besides that, his SIGs are great. His jumper is spectacular. He's a really good finisher. He's a solid defender. I really like this Klay card. I think he's very, very good. I think a lot of people's teams will benefit from him for free. So he is the best part about the GOAT Festival. Really kind of just like the last couple weeks where you could get Kevin McHale for free, Rudy Gay for free, Patrick Ewing for free. That is the best part about this GOAT Festival, is the amount of quality free cards that are attainable right now pretty easily. So in my opinion, I think that's a W. Now, I will say Paolo Banchero, not as good of a 100 overall. Definitely not a card I think is making most people's teams at this point in the year, considering there's multiple cards you can buy for 5,000 MT that are better than him. Rick Smits is really good as a free dark matter, though. That's another really quality free card in this exchange, and he's a 7'4" center with a very good jump shot. 84 speed isn't insane, but this is a card that a lot of people are using on their teams right now. Being able to get him for free allows people to sell that card and make back more MT. So for my attainables lineup, in which I am running both Klay Thompson and Rick Smits in my starting lineup right now, I can get these 2 players for free this weekend and make like probably 500,000 MT from selling those 2 guys back on the auction house. Now, obviously Klay's price is going to drop, as is Rick Smits, due to them being free, but can still make some MT back by selling those guys and still have those cards on my team, which I think is pretty sick. And then you got Pau Gasol and Manu Ginobili, both of whom are a little meh at this point in the year. Pau's not very good. Manu's not a bad card, but at this point in the year, there's way many. There's a ton of better point guards that are very easily attainable. So neither of those guys are really all that worth getting. Then you have your 100 overall premium option pack if you want this. It's another 60 gold pieces, so equivalent to 2 GOAT pieces. 1 GOAT piece or 30 gold pieces for the 100 overall premium pack. 99 plus is 15 golds. 99 hollow is 12 golds. 97 plus is 5 golds. 95 plus is 2 golds. The Tenacious 10 pack box, which I will be getting, is 25 gold pieces. Season 7 super pack for 10. Legend badge option pack for 5. Hall of Fame badge option pack for 3. Legend badge for 4, and Hall of Fame badge for 2. And that is everything in the GOAT Festival for this week here in NBA 2K25 my team. Now, again, the problem is still that even if you want to grind, let's say you want Ron Artest, you're a big, you need a point guard and he's only 15 GOAT pieces, and you're like, okay, I'll go for him. And let's say you're grinding the game pretty dedicatedly this week to get him. You do all the challenges, which include the challenges they dropped today. And I'll talk about what you can do this weekend more in depth in a video tomorrow. But you do this showdown, or okay. Hello? Did they not add the new GOAT piece? either my game's not updated or they didn't add the new goat piece. There's supposed to be a goat piece in here for the Tenacious drop, at least if they're going off the way they've done these drops these past few weeks, unless they're maybe changing it up somehow, or maybe they forgot. I don't know. It's possible. Either way, I thought there'd be, there it is. Okay, so there's one in here. You do this, you get a goat piece. So that's one goat piece that's available. There will be 2 more goat pieces available throughout the week, which will be like a takeover of some sort and a highlight of some sort like this. So that's 3 free goat pieces you can grind for right there. Plus you have 1 in Triple Threat Park, which is 4. And let's say you do well in King of the Court and you get top 10%. That gets you 2 more. That's 6 free goat pieces, which means that in order to get these players, let's say Ron Artest at 15 goat pieces, you still need 9 more goat pieces. Now, we'll say in all the grinding that you had to do to get that piece or get those 6 pieces, let's say you got 2 more goat pieces. Be generous with it. So you're at 8 goat pieces. That still means you need 7 more goat pieces, having grinded all the free pieces that they give you and gotten a couple pieces from the games you've had to play to grind those challenges. You still need 8 more. And with that math, or sorry, you still need 7 more. With that math, let's say you're playing Triple Threat Park, that's 15 times 7, which is 105 Triple Threat Park wins this week. That's not nothing. That's like 15 wins a day per week, or 15 wins a day this week to get this card for free by the end of the week. If you want Danny Granger and you do all that free grinding, all of a sudden it's like 12 goat pieces you need. So all of a sudden 12 times 15, you're looking at 180 Triple Threat Park wins. Danny Ferry, all of a sudden it's 255. Ben Simmons, all of a sudden it's 330, I believe, if I'm doing my math correctly. In addition to having grinded all the free pieces that they're going to be giving us this week, 330 Triple Threat Park wins for Ben. And I don't even want to do the math on how much more it adds to get to Murasan, but it's a whole lot more than that. Either way, it is a ridiculous amount of grinding for any of these top tier cards, and even the lower tier guys, besides Steve Francis, who probably is only like 30 Triple Threat Park wins throughout the week, which isn't that bad, but he's not good. Any of these other players are going to take a pretty inordinate amount of grinding. And if you really want any of the top guys, the Simmons, Ferry, Granger, anybody like that, it's going to be a ton of grinding. And that just to me isn't worth it at this point in the year. You know what I mean? So unfortunately for me, I won't be targeting any of those guys. I will be targeting Klay Thompson, Rick Smits, the 10 bucks, the legend badges, and that's about it from the exchange this week. You know what I mean? For me, that's what's worth it. And it's up to y'all what y'all want to do, what y'all want to go for. I'm sure people are going to be spending, I'm sure people are going to be spending money, and like that is absolutely their choice. But for me personally, that's not what I'm going to be doing. I'll tell you that right here. And if you do this Tenacious bot challenge, you can also get a Tenacious 10 bucks, which is cool. But as a whole, I just think, look, at this point in the year, man, if you want to grind for something like this, go for it. But realistically, it's just, they could have done so much better. The only positive is the Klay Thompson aspect of it, which is it's a good positive aspect, man. The Invincible on a weekly basis is good. I'm glad they finally put a good Dark Matter in here too. Like, that's a plus. But at the end of the year, the last real season of content, you would have expected more. At least I would have expected more. That's what I will say. I definitely thought we were going to get better overall content than we did. But you know what? At the end of the day, like, that's kind of how it goes, isn't it? At this point, I don't know. It is what it is. You got to know what 2K is going to do. And either way, just take advantage of what you do want from this festival and try your best to ignore the rest, because you probably won't play Taco and Murasan, all those guys, very much anyway. So with that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I will be back with more 2K content very, very soon. And I appreciate y'all. Peace.